Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. Here's a brand new halacha for you. This one's for Thursday, the 27th of January, 25th of Shvat. This halacha today is about, can you say Amen to your own bracha? Generally, the answer is going to be no, but we have a couple of more specifics that go along with that. Let's start from the beginning. The Shulchan Aruch says that if you finished your bracha before the Chazan finished his bracha, then you can finish your bracha, and then let's say 10 seconds later when the Chazan hits that bracha, you can answer Amen to him. Okay? That's kind of basic. That's not hard to understand. The Chazan finished his bracha, and then 10 seconds later you get to that bracha. You can answer Amen to the Chazan saying that bracha, and then you can say the bracha. That wouldn't be a problem. But here's where we start to do our figuring out. We can figure out from that the Shulchan Aruch only allow that because you finished at separate times. You answer Amen to his bracha, and then you can say your bracha. But we can deduce from that if you finish your bracha at the same time as the Chazan, then you're not allowed to say Amen. The Magen Avraham gives the reason for that. Why can't I say Amen to his bracha just because I finished mine at the same time? Because it gives the appearance that you're answering Amen to your own bracha, which is something we don't want to do. We don't say Amen to our own brachas. The way a bracha works is I'm praising God, someone hears it and says, yes, I acknowledge that, or, whatever Amen means. That's a whole other discussion. But so I make the bracha, he answers the Amen. You don't say that to your own bracha. And if you were to say your bracha at the exact same time as the Chazan and answer Amen to his bracha, it would give the appearance that you're answering Amen to your own bracha, which is not correct. The Magen Avraham does, though, say something interesting, and that is, what if the Chazan finishes one bracha at the same time as you, but it was a different bracha than yours? He was saying bracha A, you were saying bracha B, they just happened to finish at the same time. Can I answer Amen because I really have my Amen applying to his bracha, which is something different from what I'm saying? The Magen Avraham says in that case we would allow it. You could say Amen because you're answering the Chazan's bracha, and his bracha is way different than yours, and that would be allowed. There are three exceptions that we know that you're allowed to say Amen at the exact same time as the Chazan, and that is Yishtabach and Hallel, when Hallel ends, and also the bracha of Shomer Amo Yisrael La'ad. If you finished them at the same time as the Chazan, you would be allowed to say Amen, and the reason for that is because those are looked at the closing of a topic. That's the Yishtabach, which ends Pesukei Zimra, the bracha at the end of Hallel, which ends Hallel, and Shomer Amo Yisrael La'ad, which ends that section of the brachos of Shema. So since those are the ending of a topic, if you said the Amen at the same time that the Chazan was finishing the bracha, you were finishing the bracha and you said Amen, that would be okay, because it looks like it's something at the end of the set, which is technically allowable. So you could say Amen to the Chazan's bracha if he's finishing same time as you for those three. And incidentally, you may all know that we do this every time we bench. We say Bonei V'Rachamav Yerushalayim Amen. That was in there, and that is the end of a section totally. Benching used to end right there, and then that fourth bracha benching was added on later. Also another discussion. But there we would allow, and we do put it into benching, that Amen inserted into our benching every time we say it. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more.